Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to listen to this thing, Billy DeVore, and sitting across from me, as always, is...
Hello, what's going on? It's me, Lee Michael Kimbrell. Nasty boys and girls out there, you doing okay? You doing good?
They're fine.
They're fine. We're living. We're limping through June, baby.
We are soft limping through it.
Limping through June. Bullpen woes. Whoa, Nellies.
Bad.
Highs and lows, bullpen woes. We'll talk about that. But it's good to have you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Sorry for the delay. We've been busy boys.
Sorry, man. The guys are out here working.
We're working. We're doing it. So... we're doing it now, baby, and we're LaCroixing up, and
back in the saddle. All the boys are nodding their head in approval.
They're agreeing,
except for Joey Votto Jedi. Not a major bobble in that bobblehead.
Tough to bob in a cloak.
Yeah, for sure. Not a lot of bobbling going on, but still, Larry Walker's happy to be here.
Yeah,
Barry and Larry, dude.
They're all psyched.
Barry and Larry and Hannah with her prosthetic arm.
With her after she came off the IL off Tommy John.
We're living good though, man. I was driving on my way here and it rained like an absolute motherfucker. So thank goodness the Reds. We're not in Cincinnati tonight, are we?
We are 6:40.
Okay, 6:40. Well, hopefully that'll be gone by the time we go out there and try to get a dub.
Or it keeps getting pushed and it keeps getting pushed, and then we're done recording, and then I'm editing this while watching the Reds beat up on the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Beat up on them. That'd be a fucking crazy thing.
I know it's a big wish.
Beat up on them, man.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, they're slumping Freddie Freeman, who's batting .295.
I know, it's tough. I looked at you when we were at Fireside yesterday. I'm like, yeah, he's having a shit year. Then you went .296. And I went,
yeah, he's like .296, 5 home runs, 35 ribs. 6.
So, yeah.
It is whatever it is.
Because he has, the rest of the offense can carry.
So funny having a shit year. It's just like he's almost 3, 4, 5. It's so funny.
It sucks. God damn it.
Yeah, I know.
They're just too good.
They're too good.
They're too
Trey
good.
Turner, Mookie Betts.
Mookie's out, though.
Oh, yeah. Mookie's out, and then they just slide in whatever, the future.
Yeah, the future.
Muncy, both Turner. It's crazy. They're just nasty.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up their numbers later to take a look.
They're filthy.
Yeah, man. They're gross. They're the fucking Dodgers.
And then their pitching staff is just also nothing but filth.
And think about who they're missing, too.
I know. That guy that, he's got a funky last name. He got the win last night. Gonsolin.
He is quite good.
9-0.
He also
has a perfect record.
And did you see since the season he's just #1 in most NL pitching statistics?
Yes.
Least amount of home runs given up, least runs given up, least hits. It was just batting opposing average.
Yeah, they're good.
They're very good. And it'll be exciting to see them go down the stretch with a $487 billion roster.
I know, man.
That's the worst. It's you look at
the most egregious in our lifetime,
especially with the Mets.
I mean, they used to, I remember the idea was either you liked the Yankees or you hated them because they bought their teams.
Sure.
And then, but even going back to those Yankees teams, I mean, it's they weren't what the Dodgers are right now. I mean, Jeter came up from within.
Up the middle came up from within.
I'm thinking late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, the dynasty.
The dynasty. So Scott Brocious and Chuck Knobloch, Jorge Posada, those were Yankees. Those were Yankees.
Yeah.
Paul O'Neill.
Red.
I don't know. It's weird.
Pitching.
You just look,
mostly.
and maybe it's just because across the board the game is just a little bit bigger with stars and social media and all that kind of thing. Everything just seems to be a little bit bigger.
Sure.
But I mean, there's just never been anything like this Dodgers roster.
No, it's kind of gross. Where you have
they're not only all good, but 2 or 3 of them are famous stars. And beloved and have huge fucking sponsorship deals and stuff, mega stars.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. I mean, even if he's not on, Bellinger's a meme. You know what I'm saying?
I love all of the TikToks and reels of just stoned Bellinger.
I know, they're just They're so fucking good.
It's the
and
best.
all eyes are on them, and it's wild to see.
But most of what they did was either, aside from signing Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts, from within, drafted Kershaw,
Will Smith,
Walker Buehler.
Took just absolutely nailed it with Chris Taylor.
Dude, with a trade from the Mariners, and same with Justin Turner, and same with Max Muncy. They saw those dudes and were they saw the deep numbers and said, we can work with this. It's just nuts. And it's not just the money that's spent on the field. It's the money that's spent in analytics, the money that's spent in research, and the money that's spent in the minor leagues and development. It's from top to bottom, the Dodgers are just fuck you.
And even just the ripples from within the league. I mean, we've made this point before, I would imagine, on this podcast, but you can trust the Dodgers system because they got Kyle Farmer right. They had so many fucking pieces down there, and I mean, Farmer he was a nice enough little piece in that trade. We didn't really know what he was.
Right.
And look what he's turned out to be as far as a big league player.
Yeah. And he's just consistent.
Pretty fucking solid. He's not insane. You know what I'm saying?
It's gross.
He's not Justin Turner or Chris Taylor, but he's not too far off of Chris Taylor. He's really not.
No.
He's really not.
And then they use their scouting department to say, hey, the Reds want to take money off the books with getting rid of Homer Bailey. Give us Josiah Gray.
Yeah.
Give us, oh man, I always forget the other guy's name. It was now with the Red Sox. Fuck it, whatever. You get it.
Yeah.
Jeter Downs.
Yes, Jeter Downs.
And then flip those two for,
Mookie Betts.
Max Scherzer for a year.
I know.
And goddamn Trey Turner for 2.
Yeah.
They're good.
They're good, man.
They're good at all facets. Money helps a lot.
Of course it does.
But when they
utilize that money
properly,
pretty much flawlessly.
It's weird. They use that money to pay people to do their jobs, and then you're what does the ownership group do? I don't know. Magic just still has HIV. That's what he does.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
It's almost like they're spending a lot of money to make sure that their team wins and is successful, and then they keep making money. It's such a weird
concept.
That's never really dawned on me, I guess.
No, me either.
Being a Cincinnati sports fan.
In a middle market.
That now that I think of it objectively, that does seem like a pretty good tactic if you're a sports team owner.
You think that's how you'd run a team? I don't know.
Whatever.
Who knows?
But how was your weekend, doggy?
It was great. Spent mostly at Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, you were at the fucking field a lot.
I was there a lot. I had a show Friday.
Yes.
On a show called Daddy Issues.
Oh, yeah. Had a chameleon. Had the old local lizard.
Dude.
How was it?
It was a show at Chameleon.
So what? 12? 15? 8?
No.
5.
6.
So
enough to have a show in that small room.
6 plus 4 comics, so 10 people in the room, plus people coming and picking up their Uber Eats orders from the corner.
Loudly over your
very
jokes.
Loudly, yeah.
I'm here with DoorDash, and I'm like, we get it. Yes. We saw your red bag.
We get it. Your career path didn't work out, man.
We get it. This is your main hustle for your want-to-be main hustle.
Yes, exactly.
But it was fine. I was like, why did you put me on the show? I have a great relationship with my dad. I don't understand.
Yeah,
Thank
for sure.
you. Love my dad.
Daddy issues.
And then watched the show and watched the game while that was going on. It then came back and we went out a little bit. Got a little saucy.
Had a little sauce action.
A little saucy. Came back, went to the game on Saturday with Logan.
Yes, and that was a day game?
It was an afternoon, 4:10 start.
Yeah, 4:10.
So we go to the game. We're having a great time. We have a couple of beverages. We're a little loose. And then we're on the way back, and we're like, we should go get some snacks and some drinks somewhere. And Logan said, we should get a margarita tower.
Which is what again?
It is 88 ounces of margarita.
In what form? Because I saw it on Instagram, but now I can't see it. Is it 3 cups and then a cup on top?
It's it looks like just a giant, those Coors Light towers you see with the helmet on top?
Yeah.
That you get at a B-dubs?
Yes.
Imagine that. Margarita.
Jesus.
Between the three of us.
You, the first lady, and Logan?
Correct.
Oh, wow.
We finished it.
88 ounces divided by 3.
And the night changed.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, well, you guys all you ratcheted it up from fairly casual ballpark beers.
Cruise control.
You know, light beer at the ballpark, chilling.
Yeah.
Absolutely chilling.
Yeah.
Might as well be drinking Aquafina.
Of course.
You know? And then, yeah, you guys each had about like 6 or 7 shots of tequila in, what, a half hour? An hour?
Basically, in about an hour.
And then the night changed.
The night changed. And I think it also escalated. We were out on the patio, and we're having a good time.
Yes,
we're jib-jabbing.
everyone's living.
And this dude just walks up, and he's like, he doesn't look homeless, but doesn't look like he's well-to-do.
Not having a good night, to say the least.
No. He came up, and he walks up to Logan, and he goes, hey, I got a question for you. And we're like, ugh. And Logan the media is like, no, I don't have any cash, which is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
In a downtown setting when someone asks you that.
Yes.
He goes, no, I'm not asking that. Do you mind if I got a stretch for you? And Logan's like,
a stretch?
He's like, okay. And he goes, Logan's like, do I need to stand up? And the guy goes, yeah. So Logan goes, okay. He stands up, puts his sunglasses in his wallet, in his phone in his pocket, and he stands up. And then the guy goes, put your hands up here. Put them, like, back behind your neck. And he goes, okay. And he does that. And the guy goes, okay, you ready? He goes, okay. And then it just leans in and hugs Logan. And it's just holding him.
Oh, man.
And we're like, what? And he just goes,
whereabouts downtown was this? Where?
Taqueria Mercado.
Okay.
Yeah, across the street from the library.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Homelessville.
Exactly. The just epicenter of weird. So then the guy dislodges, just dismounts, right? And then he looks at Logan, and then he, like, all of a sudden, every emotion rushed over him, realized what he did. He just went, oh, and then ran down the street.
No way.
Yeah. So for you to see it, he just went, oh, and bolted.
I thought you were gonna say like was gonna grab for his wallet or some shit.
No, just gave him a really awkward hug. And then we're like, what the fuck? So then we just start chugging from the tower because we're in shock.
Gosh.
Complete shock. Dude.
And you guys were out on the patio.
Out on that patio in front of Taqueria Mercado.
With an 88-ounce margarita.
Tower. It was big enough to be called a structure.
Man, that is fucking hilarious.
And then the night changed, and we went home. And then I went back out. Didn't get back till 4. And then got up and met with my folks. They came and picked me up at like 11.
They picked you up at 11 and you got home at 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
So you went to bed at like what, 4:30?
Yeah. And then went back to Great American Ballpark.
God damn. Returned to the scene of the crime.
I had brunch at the ballpark, sat with my folks, had a great time.
That's very nice.
And then went back home, went and had dinner at Oriental Walk.
Beautiful.
And went to bed early.
That's nice, man. Happy Father's Day to Bill.
Thank you.
And Mike. And Mike Webster.
Yes.
Happy Father's Day. One on the way,
the
baby.
Dubs. You're about to be dub time.
Yeah, man. Happy Father's Day, Mike Webster.
Yes.
We love you, bub. And I had a good one. I was down in Lexington both Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Who were you working with?
A guy named Sean Latham.
Oh, with the chops.
He's got chops, yeah.
Wasn't he on the Barstool?
He was Barstool once upon a time, yeah.
Barstool Heartland. Okay, yeah. I know that guy.
And yikes. And it was great. I just hung out with Mike and Molly a lot. Steven was in town.
Nice.
Bummer I didn't get to go to Ashland because the whole family went to Ashland for a series of birthday celebrations, and I was booked in town. So that sucked, but I still, you got
to work.
I got to see my dad all weekend, and I got to see him on Sunday. And
how's the shoulder?
Shoulder's coming along swimmingly. He's a PT monster. Yeah, dude, he's killing retirement. He's happy as a fucking clam.
Doing PT and drinking Bud Lights.
Yeah, Bud Lights, gummies, living the good life.
I would assume the lift and the chug probably helps the rotation.
It's part of his therapy, I would imagine.
That's what I would assign to him
Bud
as well.
Light, White Claw, and red wine on the rocks, baby.
Oh shit! Has Twisted Tea entered the fight yet?
No, not yet.
Speaking of that,
just,
that would come.
Taking a turn. Have you had Geist tea?
Not yet. I heard it's great.
Fuck. Takes a shit on Twisted Tea.
I bet it's Ryan guys.
It's so good. It's so good. Sunday was great. Good times.
Good.
Louisville. Louisville Comedy Club, and then Kaiju afterwards.
Oh, double dip.
Yeah, man, it was nice. Dan Alton was at the show at Louisville Comedy Club, and he asked me if I wanted to do a spot, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah, I do.
And Kaiju, it ripped. It was this is what I was talking about. What I want to bring up. It was just such a funny. Personification's not the term because it's not people I'm talking about, but like, just it's the epitome of like this idea of like room shape.
Yeah.
Because Louisville Comedy Club is a killer-ass club, big A room, but it's a big A room. You know,
Sure.
It's like 350.
Now, isn't it the old Improv? Did we talk about this? Who was I talking about it with?
No, I don't think it's the old Improv. The old
Okay.
Improv was down at 3rd Street Live, I believe.
Okay.
And this is not.
Okay.
Maybe. Who knows? Either way. It's a great room, but it's a big-ass room. And we had a fun show. There was like 35 people there. And it was fun. It really was. But it still felt like there was 35 and a 350.
Right.
And then I go to Kaiju, and there's less people there. There's probably like 25 or 30.
Small.
But it's in a room that fits fucking 40.
Yeah, so it feels
and
big.
It was rocking.
Fuck yeah.
Kaiju was fucking rocking. Yeah, it was sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was fun. Went down to Nashville, saw some friends. And here's the quick story from the weekend before we start talking about ball more. The feel-good story. I played golf on Saturday.
Yeah?
And just went out by myself and got paired with this other guy.
Yeah?
Named Bruce. And it was his first round of golf in like 3 years. He in those 3 years, couple bouts of cancer, 2 kinds of cancer, real bad case of COVID, a surgery on like a hernia or something. He'd been beat up. So he wasn't like an old guy. I think he was like 59 or 60.
Yeah.
But he, you know, a little bit older. But dude, it was a perfect day. The weather broke. It wasn't 90. It was like 78 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. Wind a blowing. Pick a dome golf course. And it was so awesome to see how much he loved every second of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like the perspective of just being like, oh yeah, man. Like what if you just acted like every round of golf was your first in 3 years after being diagnosed with cancer, you know?
Yeah.
It was crazy. He was a really, really good guy. We talked a lot. He kind of got his stroke back. You could tell once upon a time he was probably a pretty decent golfer.
Yeah.
He was hacking it up the first couple holes, but man, fucking yeah, Bruce. he was awesome.
What a guy.
He sent me. He just gave me. It just got such a charge from him. It was just such a good perspective dose.
Yeah, but I wouldn't involve stroke with that guy. You don't want to wish anything
Yeah,
on him.
exactly. No
You know?
strokes.
No
yeah,
strokes.
exactly. He had many strokes, but a couple pars, and yeah, Bruce. Shout out to Bruce.
What a guy.
He's the man. We exchanged numbers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, go golf again or get him to a comedy show or something.
There you go.
Yeah, Bruce, he's the man.
Ever told you my one time I golfed by myself
No,
story?
You got paired with somebody?
I got paired with a couple.
Okay.
I was a freshman in high school, and we were camping in Colorado. So it was my folks in the van with our pop-up camper strapped on, and we were in Golden, Colorado. It was like day 3, and I was like, I need to fucking get away from you. I brought my golf clubs. Drop me off at a golf course for 4 hours. I'll figure it out. And they're like, okay. So I go, and I just get paired up with this couple, and we're having a great time talking, whatever. And then the guy goes, and it's like a public course. And on the 12th hole, he's just like warming up. He goes, did I tell you what I do? And I go, no. He goes, I'm the executive producer for Malcolm in the Middle.
What?
And I was like, what? And he went, yeah. And then just teed off. And then I was just like, wait, Malcolm in the Middle?
Like Frankie Muniz?
Yeah. And just
Bri Cranny?
And he's like, yeah, that's what I do. And I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And then just kept asking him questions. I'm like, how's Frankie Muniz on the set? He's like, he's great. It never really divulged anything, or I never ever asked about any episodes. And then just, I remember leaving and then looking and watching reruns of Malcolm in the Middle when I got back and like back home to Cincinnati. And I was like, I don't fucking see this guy's name anywhere.
Yeah.
So he just lied.
What was his name? Do you remember?
I don't even remember. It's been so long.
That's a good bit. I'm the executive producer of Malcolm in the Middle.
What? But here's the thing. I didn't have a phone that had the internet at the time.
14 or 15 years old.
Yeah.
He was just lying to a kid.
Yeah, I couldn't just look and be like,
oh, yeah, what's your name? And then you just go, boop, 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 boop.
And he's like, you got me.
So was the world more fun back then?
That is what I'm getting to. Way more fun.
You could just do bits.
You just do bits. Dude, I was on, do you remember Pogo?
No. What's Pogo?
Pogo was like on Yahoo, and it was like all internet games. And you could play
Pogo.
with people.
Yeah.
One time I played Pogo. I played backgammon with somebody. And like we played 2 games, and it's like rematch or whatever. We were 1-1, so we rematched. And they go, "Did I tell you who I am?" It's like same kind of thing. It's like I'm blah 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 from the real world. And I went, "No, you're not." They're like, "Yeah, I am." And then told me some insights, and I was like, "Wow, it's real. That's
crazy.
That's so cool."
You're Chet.
And then it's like, wait, they just watched the show and then regurgitated in fucking live to a child on the internet.
Funny, man.
So it's way more fun to not have the internet and just believe in some whimsy that you met somebody.
I love a guy just on like the 12th or 13th hole, just like right before he swings, he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm the executive producer of Malcolm in the Middle," and then just pipes a drive. Yeah. You're like, what the fuck, huh?
That's how he comes.
Yeah,
that's it. Just lying to folks and then hitting 310 down the fucking gut at a golf course in Golden, Colorado.
Golden, Colorado.
That's where they brew Coors Light.
Yes, that's where I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man. Shout out Bruce. Shout out to the EP of Malcolm in the Middle.
Shout out Pogo, dude. R.I.P.
Yeah, Pogo. Wow. I played pinball, I think, on that a lot.
Do you remember there was like this game with a cactus and you pop the balloons?
Yes. Oh, fuck yes. Absolutely.
Come on.
That was a great game.
Hours you're never getting back.
Yeah.
Spent in front of a 1998 E-machine.
Yeah, but I mean, to our credit, that was like the craziest thing that we'd ever seen in our lives.
Yeah, I had an N64, but I could play checkers with people across the world.
China.
And some of them might have been on the real world.
Maybe. You could have been playing with a celebrity.
Could have been.
You never know who you would come across on Pogo.
Pogo.
Yeah, man.
So, pretty wild.
Yeah, great weekend. Did a bunch of shows.
We had
didn't get hugged by a semi-homeless man out in front of a Mexican restaurant.
Well, what? And then on Monday, you were it was a travel day for you.
Yes.
And then Tuesday, we had the show last night.
Yes.
And so it ended up running late, so we didn't get to do it. And now we're here together today.
That was a pretty fun one last night.
Dude, it was a real heater.
Yes.
I was real happy with how it went.
Yeah, man.
Way better than the first one. But what's really cool about that space, it's never going to ever get too hot. The show starts at 8. The sun goes down. And with those buildings around 5 Points Park,
it's always shady.
Correct.
Yeah, it's always shady.
And it sounds great in there, too.
It does. It really does. I know. I wish more could happen to get more people there.
I wish.
Yeah.
You should come.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
It'd be really fun.
It'd be really cool, man. Like, did you guys have one, like, when it first popped off after, like, the COVID and stuff, where it was fat?
Yeah,
What's the fattest one?
Like during
30, 40?
During the dark days, we would have 50, 60.
Yeah, for sure.
And then last year, it was like slowly dwindling when more and more things opened up.
Right.
But we still had between 25, 30 each time. I think we had 20 there last night. 25.
Something like that.
With comics hanging, and then we had audience, and we had most of the tables full.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 2020, we had people bring fucking lawn chairs, dude.
Yeah.
And like stoke out like it was a dead show.
Yeah. Damn. If only.
It was pretty rad.
Bring the pandemic back.
Please bring it back so that I can have my outdoor shows be successful again. Let's not talk about anything. Let's talk about what was. Wow.
We're not going to talk
again?
about what's not happening if we do, but we can't if we don't.
That.
Okay.
Let's run it down.
Shall we?
We got a lot to catch up on.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to start with Jesus Christ last Tuesday. An absolute wild game where the Reds win 5-3, where you have Tyler Mahle go out and throw 9 innings, 3 hits, 12 strikeouts.
Looked like an ace, baby.
He looked like an ace. It's weird. He was pitching away from Great American Ballpark.
No.
And so he looked great. And you also had Zach Davies, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, no earned runs, 7 Ks. Noe Ramirez came up in relief with 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout, and then Mantiply, 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs. And then it all went to shit. 10th and 11th inning, you had multiple runs from each team, and then the 12th is when the Reds put the nail in the coffin.
That was so wild.
Oh-ohs until then, dude.
Yes.
Which makes me ask this question. We've seen a lot of it since 2020. We had a full year of it last year, and we're about 62 games into this year.
They juiced, man.
Dude.
The balls are bullshit.
It's not the ball. Is this actually working? To save arms, the whole reason that they have this Ghost Runner is to end games more quickly, to save bullpen arms.
Yeah.
But is it actually? After watching that, we had 2 pitchers in this game for each squad, okay? And then after that, dude, they used, the Diamondbacks used 3 more pitchers. We used 2 more pitchers.
So do you think that the Ghost Runner adds to that just because it's like... Because someone can go up there and give up 2 singles in a row, and now instead of their, you've got a run in and runners on first and third.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's like it's imploding innings.
Correct, and you're just
so it doesn't save arms. It could wrap it. Yeah, I can see that.
It's increasing the score,
or just at least nullifying it. Because if you got so you got the Ghost Runner. Someone a guy comes in relief, and he walks the first guy and then gives up a single. Mm-hmm. Now you've got runners first and third and a run in. Guy walks a guy and then gives up a single. Maybe it's just first and second with no outs. You would still probably bring someone in.
Yeah.
Maybe. So it's probably just like the same amount of people. It's just putting
more runs on the
board.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was a fan, and now the more and more I'm watching it, I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
That's dumb.
It's dumb. You're not really saving anything, and you will still blow through arms no matter the situation.
It's dumb.
I was watching it last night too with the Blue Jays and White Sox. I mean, same thing, man. Like, and it's not fair to the home team.
No, definitely not.
It's not, because you're already putting the home team at a disadvantage as soon as they get on the bump.
Because the away team gets
a runner at second.
Both teams get the advantage, but in baseball it's important. A lot of sports is important. In that situation, the away team gets the advantage first. Mm-hmm. They get the first stab at it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they can slam it shut at the bottom of the inning. But maybe move the runner to first. I don't even know I don't know how to fix it. I don't have answers. I just don't think it. I just want to wonder if you think it works, because I don't think it works.
I don't think it works. I think that baseball is going to happen, and by having just a ghost runner out there who can completely change up what an inning is to a pitcher, I don't think you save arms. Mm-hmm. You don't save arms.
No. And weirdly enough, it doesn't show up in the pitching score sheet. They're all unearned runs.
Yes.
So it's like, what are we doing here? How, that also, you use these statistics.
They're all unearned runs.
Correct. So what's weird is you don't have a metric to track when that stuff happens, which is when you're supposed to truly judge relievers, when there's a runner in scoring position. Can he slam the door shut? And if there's no earned runs actually coming across the plate...
Right.
What are we judging here?
Right. Yeah. That right there, with this sport being so numbers driven, and so much of it can just be lined up and proven to be true.
Yeah.
That hole in itself could be the demise of the Ghost Runner.
Yeah.
It's just not being able to get a good read on whoever you're going to bring in and pay a couple $1 million.
Right.
You want to get the best read possible.
And
that's interesting.
And Alvin Almora carried that game with a double. Moose had a double. DJ Friel had a double. Almora had a triple. Almora had a ribby. Farmer had a ribby. Friel had a ribby. India had a ribby.
India hit the ball hard.
Good to see him back. Wednesday, we were going out for the sweep. It doesn't happen. And Luis Castillo pitched 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned, 2 walks, 6 Ks with a double by India, a homer by Drury. Excuse me. And Art Warren just shit the bed.
Really farted it up out there.
Third of an inning, 3 hits, 4 earned runs. There's your game. And Zach Gallen went out and pitched very well. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. No homers. That's disappointing. You really wanted that sweep.
That Warren line is brutal.
Rough.
That Warren line is brutal. 4 earned runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Now let's get into the weekend. You got Friday, where we lose 5-4 on, Votto being he was about 5 feet away from hitting it out of the ballpark with runners on first and second and taking the game. But you have Hunter Green on the bump. 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks, 2 dingers.
How many innings?
5.
Not great.
Not great,
but not
terrible.
Not an implosion.
No.
Not a start where you give your team 0 chance to win.
4 runs.
4 runs is an extremely crooked number, but 4 runs
against a team this is a team that in 3 1/3 put up 12 against him.
Yeah. Yep.
So you have to look at it as an improvement.
Yeah.
With a homer by Almora Jr. and Brendan Drury and Tommy Pham. Dingers. Eric Lauer was the opposing pitcher. 6 1/3, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks, gave up 3 homers. Hunter Renfroe hit a homer. Hunter Renfroe over these 3 games hit 2 homers, yes. I believe. Or did he hit more than that?
Fucking bombs, too.
Dude, the bomb on Sunday.
Absolute bombs.
Being up close and watching that fly and then land in the bleachers.
Yeah. Way up there, man.
Way out of here.
It's an incredible thing to see. And it's incredible to see someone do that with like a soft, a slow pitch softball pitch.
Yeah.
But seeing someone do it turning around on a fucking 95 mile per hour fastball is crazier.
But watching him turn on that, it was just right at right.
What was the pitch? Was it a fastball?
Yeah, it was a flat slider from Mike Minor, which his specialty.
Yes. A lot of those.
Saturday was a goddamn beatdown, 7-3. Ashcraft did not have a good game. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, a dinger.
They're getting the kids tape.
And he gave up a dinger too.
Hunter Renfroe. Who?
Willie Adames. Hunter Renfroe did end up getting one in the 7th off Luis Sesa, which Sesa, dude, I don't know what is going on with him.
I know.
It just
feast or famine,
and that was not the case with him at all last year.
No, it was. He was just pretty much on
the old. You could always count on him and Michael Gibbons.
I know.
And now it's like, who can you really turn to and be like, who can I at least get me 3 outs in two appearances back to back? And I don't feel like that
no one down there right now.
It's not there right now, dude. We were rolling, and then it's just...
hopefully chalk it up to whatever. I mean...
Chalk it up
Juju,
to being figured out?
Yeah, figured out, maybe. Hopefully that's not it.
Oh, that would suck, because you have all young arms, and then you have to go, okay, you need to make this adjustment, this adjustment.
Figure it out.
Uh-huh.
Because, I mean, that's more or less... That's probably what's happening with Ashcraft. I know we're talking... Excuse me. No, we're talking about the bullpen right now. But Ashcraft... came out 6-1 with a 1.23 ERA, and then he just had 2 months worth of tape on him.
Right, and also he was not. His control wasn't there on Saturday.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was some wild lightning.
Lord have mercy.
We're gonna die.
Right
there. Dude, he was in the first inning, we sit down and he throws a wild pitch, and I'm like, I've never seen this from Graham Ashcraft.
Yeah.
Guy's king of control.
Yeah.
For as young as he is, And I'm like, oh, there he is. Rearing its ugly head. He just didn't have it that day, man.
That sucks. That would have been really fun to watch that up close and have it be sweet.
It would have been really cool, but it didn't happen. Amaris Garcia had a double, and Moose had a ribby, and the legend grows. Schrock had a ribby. It was good to see him back, man.
Yeah, of course.
Miss that little long-haired fella.
Yeah.
Did you see he's letting it grow?
Yeah, guy can rake. He's got the truffle back there, man. The truffle butter back there,
dude. Just stay on the field. And then Sunday, 6-3, I was there again. McCutcheon had a double. McCutcheon had an impressive catch in center. Caratini had a homer. Renfroe had another homer. 3 homers in 3 days. It was disgusting. Amora had a double that he just smoked. And Mike Minor looked like fucking Mike Minor, but he ate up innings. This is honestly a line where you're like, I'll take this from your 5.
Yeah.
You're crafty old lefty. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, gave up a homer. And then Joe Kunal got rocked, inning pitched, 2 earned runs, 2 hits, gave up a homer, and that was off of. Sorry, I was wrong. Joe Kunal gave up the homer to Renfroe, and it was a little fastball, and it just turned on it quick. And Morita had a walk and 2 Ks with no hits. That's always good to see. But dude, and seeing Devin Williams up close,
is he nasty?
Dude, that changeup, it just falls.
Yeah,
like it just stops existing.
Yeah,
and then
it's like one of those weird. I saw it a couple times watching the U.S. Open this weekend.
Yeah,
someone will hit a shot so perfect, and you're like, "Wow, that's a good shot," and then it'll go like the backspin, and you're like, "That's actual wizardry."
Yeah,
how'd you do that? That looks like magic.
How do you
hit a ball and it goes bounce, bounce, and it just like goes into the hole, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you see Devin Williams throw a changeup, and it really does, like, it falls off the table.
Yeah.
And it looks exactly like his fastball.
It's nuts.
I think John Boy or somebody, MLB Cuts or somebody, like, laid them over on top of each other.
Oh, the pitching ninja did that.
It's gross. Oh, yeah, dude, it's awful. It's so unfair. Devin Williams is a beast.
Dude, he's a monster.
He's so nasty.
Imagine if the Brewers had him for that run last year.
I know, and we were worried about the Brewers. Not worried, because we don't give a fuck, but, because fuck them, minus T. Gotti.
Right.
But, I don't know, like, people were worried about him. They were shit in the bed earlier. Not too long ago, they had a really rough run.
They needed a slump buster like this weekend.
And they fucking got it. I don't know. They just looked really good.
Yeah, and the only day they didn't look good was Friday, and then they just put us in our place and said, "Hey, we are better than you.
We're a better team.
We're a better team." And at the end of that, the Lorenzo Cain and the Brewers parted ways.
Yes.
Lorenzo Cain DFA'd. They waited till it was actual 10-year anniversary. Then they DFA'd him, and he's like, I just don't have it anymore. He's like, I don't have it. I'm done.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we know.
That's why we did this.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Good for him. 10 years in the league's a long time.
10 years in the league. Got that pension.
Yeah.
He's straight.
He's fine.
Rest of his life.
And then the Reds had an off day Monday. And then last night was fucking brutal.
Yeah, bad game.
We got the Dodgers.
It was so brutal that we opened up the podcast talking about how good the Dodgers were.
Yeah.
I just watched like a little sliver of the game. I watched it in and out, like 4 or 5 separate small times at Fireside.
Yeah.
And then I was checking on my phone. But at a certain point, you just see like 5 or 6 base hits in a row, and you're like, well, we play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, hopefully, if this rain
maybe.
cuts. But we lost 8-2 with Joey Votto hitting a double. And what's also very exciting about this, Joey Votto, 1,000 hits at Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, first to do it, baby. First Red ever.
At Great American.
Yes.
The other guys were Concepcion, Rose, and Larkin.
Yeah.
Did 1,000 at home ballpark.
That makes sense, man.
Pretty
Great
awesome.
American, dude. That's Joey's field.
It's his. Now,
That's
it was
Joey's
built
field.
for Griffey, but it truly was.
Yeah.
Votto made it his own. Because of that short porch and right, baby. Come on. But also, the game got off to a hot start with Johnny India slapping one out in the left field.
Crushing the ball. What was it, 110.9 off the bat?
100. So, yeah.
That's a wallop.
That's him
That's
saying.
hitting the ball about as hard as Johnny India can hit it.
Yeah, I'm back, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was a laser. It was just
Yeah.
straight and then right into that left field area and by the foul pole. And the camera well, if you will.
Crushed it.
Outmore had a ribby too. But here's the thing, man. You look at this and you're like, oof. Tyler Mahle, 6 innings pitched, 12 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks, 1 homer, given up
4 earned runs with 12 hits
is impressive.
A good bad day.
Yeah.
12 hits. You're like, yowza.
Yeah.
But 6 innings? Scattering 12 hits. I mean, we just said Hunter Green going 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs was a decent little start for him. Mm-hmm. Mahle going at home, 6 innings.
Where it's noted he has struggles.
Which means that a couple of those innings were quick.
Yes.
It was either feast or famine for the Dodgers. And And yeah, I mean, but 12 hits is a lot.
It's a
4
lot.
earned runs is not. That seems like that's like crazy impressive.
Which is a third.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
wild.
third of what they should have scored.
I mean, it makes you think that a bunch of those hits weren't extra bases, not a ton of dingers. They were just like peppering the ball.
Right, they were just slapping it because he pitches inside, so they're just turning on him.
Yeah.
Watching Freddie Freeman turn on him in like inside and lifting out in the right center field gap was just painful.
Yes, good piece of hitting.
So good. So let's just like this isn't even them at 100%, mind you.
Yeah, they're down Betts.
They're down Betts.
Who is like a top 3 player in the whole league.
Jesus, and you start Turner, Freeman, Smith, Muncy, Chris Taylor, Bellinger, Justin Turner's your DH, Alvarez, and then Gavin Lux at second. Like, fuck me.
Yeah, that's
dude,
absolutely insane.
It sucks. Gonsolin, or as I call him, Dongsolin.
Yeah, slinging dong out there.
Slinging a hog, dude. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks, 2 home runs, which is a bad day for him.
Yeah, for sure. Still picked up the W, but we touched him up.
We touched him up.
We touched him up.
Here's the roadmap. Figure it out, everybody else. But what really sucks is San Martin 1 1/3, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and then Luis Cesa 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 earned runs.
That's 4 just right out the gate.
In 2 innings, right there.
You're not going to win many games giving up 8 runs.
No, you're not. And so that is where we are with the week plus that was.
A pretty meh week.
Pretty dog shit. Let's
Pretty
be fucking
meh.
honest. It's dog shit.
Get swept up by the Brewers. That's fucking brutal.
Rough.
And then, I mean, we're something exciting will need to happen. We're gonna need like a fucking 2 home run day from Drury or some shit to beat the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers are gonna sweep us unless Votto goes 4 for 5.
Right. Now, did you notice I did not mention one person's name in particular?
Luis.
No. That we have been like, thank God he's back. We've needed him back, and yet hasn't done shit.
Let me think.
I'll give you another hint. It's a make or break year.
Oh yeah. Nicky Senz.
Nicky Senz. What is happening here, dude?
Nothing.
I pulled up his numbers, okay? Not only did I pull up his numbers, I pulled up his percentile rankings as well.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go to the books.
Let's go to the books.
Going to the books with Billy.
Last 7 games, not going to do it. 160, 276, 160 with no home runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, and 25 appearances. In 15 games, 217, 284, 233.
Not getting 222. Not what you want.
Hey, how about this? Last 30 games, 204, 272, 221.
That's a month.
That's a month with 5 ribbies and 2 stolen bases for the whole month. With
not
a guy,
even there.
Not even there.
Not even there.
No. I mean, his average exit velocity is the 28th percentile. His max exit velo is 22nd percentile. Hard hit percentage 19th percentile. So it's not even that he's getting unlucky.
Yeah.
It's that he's not making good contact at all.
He's not hitting the ball.
20th percentile in barrel percentage. But whiff rate, 76th percentile, which is great and above average. Outs above average, 86th percentile. There. I mean, like, it sucks. I mean, there were some balls he tagged in Arizona.
Sure.
That would have been homers at Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, he barreled some balls up, but
that's not. But that almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
yeah, it just simply doesn't matter.
No.
Like, it's an interesting thing. I mean, it very, very rarely are you going to see somebody with, exit velo in the 75, 80th upwards, percentiles, where there is not some part of their game where you're like, oh, okay, there it is. But you know what I'm saying? It's like...
Right. Here's your comparison, okay? To balance, let's look at Tommy Pham.
Okay.
Okay? Tommy Pham, in his last 7 games, 320, 452, 600.
15.
Okay? 310, 394, 517.
Dude, that's
3
a
homers, 6 ribs in those 15 too.
2 weeks is a long time to bat 310.
Here's a month: 264, 354, 436 with 5 homers in there. He had a little bit of a slump to start out that month.
Yeah,
but that's when he was coming back and still turning a corner.
Yes.
And what did we say at the beginning of the year? Don't worry about him. He's gonna fucking figure it out.
Yes,
He's a pro.
exactly.
And what has he done?
He's
figured it out.
becoming a pro. Thank God we've got Tommy Pham.
But for how long?
Yeah. I'm just saying for this season up to this point.
Right. Yeah. Here's where the numbers become interesting. Average exit velocity, 95th percentile. Max exit velocity, 88th percentile. Hard hit percentage, 90th percentile.
Just crushes the ball.
Crushes the ball.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's the tale of two guys swinging the same thing, but doing different stuff with it.
Right.
Pham is violent with the bat, and so is Nick, but it's just not happening for him.
No, it's not. He's just not hitting the ball. I don't know. That ain't up to me. That's more of a Nick Senzel. You know what I'm saying?
But
no, I don't know. My take on it is figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell the guy, which is tough because it's like. Like I said, sometimes he's putting together good ABs, but it's just not happening.
Why don't we let Ellie De La Cruz run around the fucking outfield? All he's doing is batting like 700.
I know.
McLean and De La Cruz, dude. We've got a good problem brewing in our fucking farm right now.
Yes, we do, and I'll be seeing it this weekend.
Yeah. You get to go up to Dayton, but dude, that team's good.
Yeah,
we've got some really fucking studly young kids down there.
An A and double that are like. That, are going to
Matt
be...
Matt McLain, Ellie De La Cruz.
Don't be surprised.
Hedrick.
Don't be surprised if Matt McLain is in AAA by the end of the year.
Don't be surprised. Jose Barrero could be sweating.
Jose Barrero will be up with this club soon.
Yeah, sure. We've been saying that. I believe that.
Yeah.
But, that's been 6 weeks he's been soon.
Well, he's not hurt. He's just getting extended spring training.
Yeah.
But why would you... Okay, here's my thing. Why would you move Farmer or Drury? You have a logjam at short and third right now.
Yeah.
So why would you fuck with the 2 positions that are the most consistent hitting for you?
Right.
Let Barrero maturate more down there.
Sure.
And then when one of them gets moved, then you put Barrero up here.
Yeah, because you can't take either of those bats out of the lineup consistently right now.
No, they're your best bats.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's like the left side. It's Drury, Farmer, Pham.
Yeah.
And you have a gaping problem. It's in center field.
Gaping.
It's rough, and it's good to see India's back because he truly gets it going. It's nice to have him up there.
Yeah, he's a baller.
Instead of Senzel, but think about it. It's like those two have not played much together.
No.
And I also accredit it to Senzel's never getting a full season in.
Yeah, and I get that, but it can't be an excuse because then he will never, No,
we can't keep making excuses for a guy.
It can never be an excuse, yeah, man.
Because you know what? I know a guy who's really fast that you mentioned that could be up here in the next 2 years.
Who's that?
Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, Ellie De La Cruz, dude. He can play every fucking position. It doesn't matter. Just put him somewhere. Put him in center field.
Horns me up.
Truly, he is so good, dude. He's just like a little guy. Hits for power, average, speed out the fucking charts.
He's 20?
He's 20 years old. He can't even drink a fucking cerveza.
Nah.
I know, man. We got to bring him. Yeah, that's exciting.
Sneak the boys some claws.
Super high on Ellie De La.
Me too. So is the rest of the league.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like what is coming, it is in place. And like we've been saying this whole year, don't worry about wins or losses.
Yeah.
Worry about what's happening on the field. And that's exactly what is scaring me the most about Nick Senzel is someone that we consider who is the up-the-middle guy that you build around.
Yes.
Well, not around, but is a piece
He's part of that up the middle.
Right.
And I know, sure, it might be changing with Tyler Stevenson might being a little bit off of the middle, might be over there on the right side a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, when he comes back, you know what I'm doing?
What?
Here's what I'm doing. I am trading. I'm trading Tommy Pham. But I'm putting Stevenson in left, or I'm putting him in right field.
Yeah.
I'm putting him in the outfield.
Yeah, for
Guy's
sure.
a tall freak. He's like Aaron Judge type.
Yeah, for sure.
Let him run around.
Figure it out.
And figure out the outfield. And that's where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Sorry, guy.
Yeah,
and then when Joey's done, you play first base.
Yep. Chris Oakey is a real solid defensive catcher.
Yes.
I like Oakey.
I like Oakey a lot.
He's got a hose. He frames well.
He does frame really well.
Really, really well. He's just a good catcher.
He is. I like him more behind the dish than Garcia.
Me too.
Garcia is not. He's not a bad framer, but he's not a good one either.
No, I
would
think
say he's
Oakey's
pretty
better.
average. I think Oakey is too. I watched him. I've watched him steal some strikes
For sure.
Where it's all that wrist, dude. And
it's all wrist, and it's all him. He squares his body up so that it looks like every pitch is hitting him in the middle of the chest.
Yep.
He's a good catcher.
I like him too.
I like Chris Oakey, and I like the emotion of that video of him getting called up.
I do too.
That was so cool.
It's so sweet.
Automatically made me cheer for that guy.
So we've got Moreta back up here. Donovan Solano is finally on the 40-man.
He's on our team.
On the Reds. Nick Lodolo sent to the 60-day, but that doesn't change anything. He just is going to have a couple more rehab starts in Louisville, and we'll see what happens. But I'm so excited to finally see Donovan Solano, which also
mucks up that corner.
Correct, which then allows you to have the flexibility to move someone like Drury and get pieces for a scratch-off lottery ticket that you sign.
Yes.
As much as it sucks, it's just what you're going to do.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's totally what you're going to do.
I'd trade Drury before Farmer. I just don't know who has more value at this point. Farmer has...
They both have value.
But Farmer, to his credit, he's got like fucking 2 or 3 years under his belt where he can point to. And you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where, Drury is probably younger.
Yeah, by like a year.
Yeah, whatever.
Farmer's 31.
Whatever. I wish them nothing but the best.
No, but overall, you've got two guys that are utility players that can go anywhere. I mean, in a pinch, Kyle Farmer can be your catcher.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like all this flexibility, and now you've got Solano who's going to come up, 2020 Silver Slugger winner, at second base. I don't know, man. I don't hate losing these starters when you are trying to continue to build towards the future.
Yeah.
They were fun while they lasted. Have had a great time, but it's coming. Alexis Diaz placed on the 15-day IL with just a sore bow. That's a bummer.
Ice it up, baby.
Ice it and get back.
It sucks a lot considering we've spent half this podcast talking about how our bullpen sucks.
And here's the other one, Tony Santillan out with lower back pain, 15-day.
15 days, so Jesus.
So he's back early July. So like a week. Yeah. That's where you're at with your injuries. You're in a pretty good spot except for your fucking bullpen.
Yes, which is the worst part of our team.
Right now. It was a little bit of a strength, and then they got tired. And now it's looking rough.
Even in this week that was brutal, the bats were hot and cold. But this week, the reason why this week was so bad was because of bullpen. Bats were there. Starting pitching was there.
Right. Well,
there-ish.
Well, it's easy to pitch out of the bullpen when you're losing.
Yes.
And when you're depending on them, they're putting pressure on, and you see that it's coming through. You're getting great starting pitching.
Yeah.
You're getting well above average starting pitching. Your Reds are like top 5 in all categories in starting pitching.
It's crazy.
But the bullpen is just
very bad.
Awful. And why would you invest in it if you're not going for it? So then you're just figuring out with these young guys. And then
which could just lead for an uglier season than than the team we actually are.
Yeah, exactly.
Which sucks just mentally, and it sucks optically for the casual fan, which is a bunch of Cincinnati. You just look down and we're, a 74-win team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to keep the grace, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, you've got the Dodgers in a little bit. It's 6:12 here. They'll probably start late because of the rain. Thursday, 12:35 against the Dodgers. Expect a sweep. And then, dude, we've had this on the calendar. We're so excited. At San Francisco.
Slapgate.
For 3, which... Oh, buddy. Just wait till you see the pregame photos.
Yeah,
that's
man.
all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's
wait till you
exciting.
see what they're all going to wear on the field.
Oh, yeah, the shirts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Tyler Malley came into the shop today, and I asked him, I was like, you guys excited for San Francisco? And he just dead stared at me, and he went, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
That's awesome.
Good. These are all going to be must-watch games.
Yeah.
I mean, just throw out the records.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
I wonder who goes. Hopefully Mally on the fucking road.
Let's
Yeah, for sure.
Let's take a look.
We got it that far out.
Let's take a look.
Barring injuries.
It's in this book. It's my laptop. It's pretty good reading Rainbow, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Pretty cool. Hopefully we don't get a... Okay, here we go. So, you've got Ashcraft going Friday against TBA, which like I hear, good prospect.
Yeah, hell of a player.
Hell of a guy.
Tobias Bob Allen.
Saturday. Oh, fuck. Mike Minor.
God damn it.
And then Sunday.
Tyler Louise Hunter.
Tyler.
Okay, that's what I wanted. Tyler on the road in a game that he's actually hyped about.
In a big ballpark?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's
He could be lights out.
All right, mark it here.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Mally,
7 innings pitched.
Yes.
4 hits. 1 earned run. 10 Ks.
Okay, there you go.
Mark it.
I like
Mark
that.
it.
Like that.
And if I'm wrong, well, fuck me, huh?
Yeah, you should make a $5 bet to win $1 million.
$1 million.
Just get his line exactly.
God, I might do that.
You should.
I'm going to. Man, talking about, Mally and all this, like, I wish there was a place where I could go and get, like, MLBPA officially licensed shirts, but, like, support the players by buying them.
There is
the money goes to them.
There is a place.
Really?
Yeah, they sponsor our podcast.
Really?
Yeah, you got us the sponsorship.
Who is it?
It's intheclutch.com.
Yeah, intheclutch.com.
Yeah, man, they rule.
Intheclutch.com, it's all MLBPA. Negro Leagues Museum, like... Oh, and also we just dropped a whole bunch of NBA championship tees that are sick.
Yes.
So go to intheclutch.com, use promo code
Nasty
NASTYBOYS. All caps, 10% off.
With an S on the end, Nasty Boys.
Plural, not B-O-I-Z. Doesn't work. B-O-Y-S.
Boom.
Check it out. Go do that. Who knows? Pretty cool stuff.
10% off of all your shit.
All your shit.
It's cool. Buy a bunch. Get 10% off of $100 worth of t-shirts. Save yourself $10.
10 bones.
Yeah, do it.
Just do it.
Webster, it's right up your asshole. Seriously.
It's right up
Go
your
to intheclutch.com and at least look at them, man.
Just take a
You'll
look.
love it.
It's pretty great. And then Sports Drink. They're the network.
Sports Drink. Sports without the O, drink without the I.
Follow them.
Sports Drink.
Don't let the stink out on your way in.
Yeah, don't let the stank out on the way in or the way out.
On the way out.
Keep the stank securely in the sports drink room.
Sports and non-sports mixed together. Just like this podcast.
It's like pop culture. It's cool.
It's really cool. Let's round third and head for home.
Diving in like Pete Rose, baby. Charlie Hustle, head first.
Huss.
What we got, Papa?
I don't have anything until Wednesday. Wednesday, I'll be headlining
Chameleon. Next week.
Yeah, until next week.
Yeah.
That's Thursday. It's Wednesday?
Yeah.
What is today?
Today's Wednesday. Yeah, dude, that's straight.
Yeah, come to
Start plugging
Chameleon.
that a week out. Fuck yeah. Headline date?
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a great show. Come on out, 8 o'clock.
The Local Lizard.
The Local Liz.
629.
Correct.
629.
Yeah, I might just use like a Josh O'Neill headshot.
Yeah,
because he always steals my birthday.
You're right.
And just say like, "Come see Billy DeVore at Chameleon" with Josh's dumb face.
Yeah, you should do that.
It's gonna be really funny.
I don't have anything coming up until 4th of July weekend, which is oddly enough, I guess, next weekend.
It is next weekend.
Next weekend. So Thursday through Sunday. That's June 30th, July 1st, July 2nd, July 3rd. The 3rd of July. All those days, I'll be at Go Bananas Comedy Club with Chance Willie.
Yeah.
Co-headlining, baby. Zach Townsend, Horny Batman himself, and David Brooks will be there as well. Will be excellent.
That's
come to one of those shows.
Come to one of those.
And if you can't come and you know somebody who is in this city, hit them up.
Hit them up.
Hit them up, Buttercup.
July 5th is also the 5 Points Park. That's the next show. So come to that.
And it was sick last night.
It was fun. And it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Travis Irvine will be headlining.
Oh, fuck yeah. Having all T. Irvs in the
Come
scene.
on.
Cool, man.
Might have a special guest there, too. Might be a fun little surprise.
That'd be tight.
Surprise! guys. So yeah, thank you to Sports Drink, thank you to In the Clutch, and thank you for listening. Thank you so much. And as always, go Redlegs.
Stay nasty.
Nasty.